Another order has found that another individual is the biological father of the child subject to this case?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's proposal is as follows. Mr. Vasquez owes an unpaid child support balance of $16,054.87 as of March 31st, 2023. We are requesting a payout of $130 monthly beginning May 1st, 2023. A medical support judgment of $12,548.24 as of March 31st, 2023. State is requesting payout of $113 a month beginning May 1st, 2023. As is the practice, court costs to be billed to non-custodial parents 60 days from today. There was non-disclosure for Mr. Vasquez. Just want to verify it was prior. Sorry, Judge.
Mr. Vasquez dropped, so he just rejoined again.
I am so sorry. I lost connection.
Okay. So I'm not sure if he heard what your proposal was, but child support arrears, the state is requesting a judgment of $16,054.87 with a payout of $130. Medical support arrears, proposed judgment $12,548.24. On child support arrears, state is proposing a payout of $130. On the medical support arrears, state is proposing a payout of $113, both beginning May 1st. She's requesting court costs be billed to Mr. Vasquez and a non-disclosure finding to continue in your favor. That's her proposal. So I just want to make sure that I know you disconnected by accident.
All right, guys, buckle up, because this case opens with pure disbelief. The court announces that another man has already been proven to be the child's biological father, yet the state's attorney still pushes for thousands in child support from the wrong man. You can almost feel the tension as figures are thrown out like cold numbers. $16,000 here, $12,000 there, while the real issue gets ignored. The man's confusion is real. His connection even drops mid-hearing, but the system doesn't blink. This is bureaucracy at its coldest, where fairness becomes a footnote.
Yes, Judge, if I may, I need to clarify the non-disclosure finding. I'm not finding it in the prior order. Just messaging them.
Okay.
But if I may proceed, I call Miss Bautista. Miss Bautista, did you hear the terms I stated to the court?
Yes, ma'am. Hello?
Do you agree with the state's request today?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that our system stopped charging current child support and current medical support to Ms. Vasquez.
Yes.
The day we found out about the order from CPS establishing someone else as the father?
Yes.
Do you have any safety concerns if your phone number and address were to appear in the court order today?
No.
Is this proposal in the best interest of your child?
All right, guys, what happens next is jaw-dropping. The state openly admits that they stopped charging current support after learning another man was the real father. Yet, instead of clearing the debt, they move forward as if nothing changed. The mother agrees without hesitation, showing no remorse. You can sense the manipulation hidden behind the formal tone of "yes, ma'am." The commentary cuts through the tension, calling out the absurdity of forcing a man to pay for a child proven not his. It's a chilling look at how the law can twist justice into profit.
1 second. So because now I could get into my odyssey. So I know I heard what you said, but I want to make sure. You stated that another order has found that another individual is the biological father of the child subject to this case?
Yes, Your Honor. On May 5th, 2022, CPS did an order in the same cause, establishing Ronnie Lee Clements as the father for the child, Michelle Vasquez, but there was a prior AOP, and we had done the initial order in 2012, establishing Mr. Ricardo Vasquez as the father. There's no request for release, Your Honor, of arrears.
Okay, and so the state is requesting to confirm those monies from the prior order against Mr. Vasquez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Although we're aware now that he's not the father, although he signed an acknowledgement of paternity, correct?
Buckle up, guys, because now the truth unfolds like a slow-motion train wreck. CPS officially declares another man as the child's father, and still, the state insists on collecting money from the innocent one. The irony is brutal. He's legally trapped by an old acknowledgement of paternity signed years ago. The judge's tone remains calm, but the injustice screams through every line. It's a painful glimpse into how a single signature can override DNA, logic, and fairness. This isn't just legal procedure, it's punishment for being misled.
You disagree with their request, Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
Okay, I do too. I'm going to have to refer it to district court though, because the relief that possibly you can get, I can't give you. I have a special jurisdiction on what I can rule on. My suggestion to you, Mr. Vasquez, is you need to go hire you an attorney and see what your legal options are. At this point, I am not going to move forward on their pleadings. I'm going to refer the case to district court. You need to hire an attorney. You got it?
Now watch closely, because this is where frustration turns into despair. Mr. Vasquez finally speaks up, his voice filled with exhaustion and disbelief. He pleads that the child support will break him, explaining how his income hasn't changed in years, yet the payments keep rising. You can hear the human side of the story that the system seems blind to. He's not dodging responsibility, he's being crushed by it. The courtroom silence after his words feels heavier than any gavel strike. This is what injustice sounds like when it finally cracks through formality.
Week. Okay, if you guys are taking $1,100 from me, how is anybody looking for support with me? Like, if I can't, I'm not going to be able to support my kids if I can't support myself. And Your Honor, I was making the same amount that I was making 4 years ago. So I don't understand how it's up more when I'm making less, because I was working. That's all overtime. Everything it was all overtime. I would rather pay the child to have, instead of her not working. We both should be working. So if I had to pay the child support or for the kids to be in daycare, then it is what it is. But at least I know she's working. But here I am, almost going double to pay a woman that doesn't even work. And I'm literally going to, sir, if I have to pay $1,100 a month, it will break me. It will destroy me. I will once again have to look for another job, and there goes me getting behind again because I can't make the payments. I'm going to literally have to find another job because I do not work enough overtime here to survive if this is the case. I just don't understand how it can double.
Well, because the fact has not been reviewed in so long. Mr. Pratt, if the court imputed that minimum wage to Ms. Sobeski, how much difference would that make? Then, of course, we don't know what the child care costs are.
Sir,
the court has the authority to impute minimum wage to her, is that correct?
The court can do that, Your Honor, but again, yes, we could do that both ways. We could also make sure we imputed any child care that we may assume. The problem that you're going to have is that it's likely to be more because the child care will be higher if we were to impute an amount for her.
So who's the child care for?
So that's the court's final analysis too, Mr. Grace. The child care costs added in, even if we imputed minimum wage to her, you could be looking at more than $1,103. So this is based upon there's a child support formula set by the state of Michigan, and this is based upon the formula. So at this point in time, the court appreciates your position. I understand it. You can have an attorney review the figures. You can review all the calculations, and I think you will agree with this calculation. But this is...
All right, guys, this next part exposes how mechanical the system really is. The judge and lawyers start tossing around numbers, discussing imputed wages and childcare estimates like he's an equation, not a person. They even admit the calculations could raise his payments even higher, despite knowing he's already drowning. It's absurd logic, pretending to balance fairness by hypothetically adding costs that don't exist. You can almost feel the man's hope fade as reason gets buried under red tape. It's bureaucracy pretending to be justice.
A week. Okay, if you guys are taking $1,100 from me, how is anybody looking for support with me? Like, if I can't, I'm not going to be able to support my kids if I can't support myself. And Your Honor, I was making the same amount that I was making 4 years ago. So I don't understand how it's up more when I'm making less, because I was working. That's all overtime. Everything it was all overtime, and I'm working none.
And this calculation is based on your current employment, not your former employment. It's based on your current employment.
I was making more at my former employment. You see what I'm saying? I was making more.
Your Honor.
Calculation. Mr. Pratt, do you explain?
At the request of the court, if I put mom in at minimum wage and $800 a month in childcare, which is probably a low estimate, the support goes up to $1,504. Just so you're aware.
Who's the daycare for?
For the children.
They go to school.
Mom's got to work. Somebody's got to watch the children.
They go to school and she has a husband.
Okay. Well, but then they need latchkey after school in the summertime.
There's two parents in the household.
Yeah.
So they're 11 and 7.
Yeah. It might be well worth it to invest in an attorney, just have an attorney consult for this limited issue of child support, have him run the figures. If he knows the Michigan child support guidelines, Mr. Grace,
well, why would
it rely upon the firm of the court,
this is
Mr.
what you
Pratt?
guys ran and it's 1103. Why would it change if I get a lawyer? That's just more money that I have to spend in the broker I get.
Because you can confirm with the lawyer that this is a very good recommendation. That's what you can confirm.
I already know what's in there. I already know. I either go with 1103 or I get screwed at the 1500. So I'm in a win-lose-lose situation. It just makes zero sense to me how somebody can sit at home and do nothing, do absolutely nothing, dress my kids like slobs, make them. It's horrible, man.
All right, Mr.
They
Grace.
come home and tell me,
Mr. Grace. Okay, Mr. Grace, this is what we'll do. Let's give it. I'm going to put minimum wage to her, and we'll add in child care costs. Mr. Pratt saying it's about $800. That's average. And
we'll keep it at
you want to pay $1,500, Mr. Grace? Do you want to keep arguing about this because it's going to go up? I can guarantee you that.
We'll keep.
And finally, guys, here's the closing punch of this emotional roller coaster. The man questions how hiring a lawyer could possibly help when the outcome seems predetermined. His voice trembles with anger and defeat. He's trapped in a system that rewards inactivity and punishes effort. Even the judge warns that arguing further could increase his payment, leaving him no way out. In that final exchange, the courtroom's logic collapses completely. It's not just a legal loss. It's the story of a man forced to pay for silence, lies, and a system built to ignore the truth.